Season 19 is going to be it's going to be a lot different for us because it's going to be the first time we've auditioned people for this show without a studio audience, and that's interesting within itself. I think it actually opens up a whole new dynamic with the coaches, which, by the way, Gwen's back, which makes me very happy, and it really gives us a chance to go for our throats at an entirely new level. And I think you'll see once you see the first episode that all the coaches came to win this season. Having Gwen back is literally very comforting, I think, to all the coaches, because we just kind of feel like we were all able to just go back to the game that we already knew. We all know how to play each other at this thing, and it just kind of felt like the old gang got back together again, and we're having a blast. You know, we kind of had to get creative this season because we weren't able to go up and high-five and hug anybody that we got on our teams. And so everybody kind of had their own little gimmick. I, for one, had a cardboard cutout of myself. You know, I've historically have given the greatest hugs of all the coaches of every season of The Voice, but I wasn't able to do that this year. So I got my cardboard cutout over there for them, and they can give that guy a pat on the shoulder. Gwen has a T-shirt cannon as her gimmick this season, and she's pretty good with that thing. In fact, she almost took a few people's eyeballs out shooting that thing at them. You know, these are crazy times, and I think The Voice is important to be on the air right now because it's comforting to people. It's home. It's what we're used to. It's what we're used to doing as coaches, and it's what people at home are used to seeing on their television. You are looking at the winner of season, whatever last season was, 18, I think. You may be surprised, I'm not. You know, a lot of people have considered me to be the old dog, the tired coach. But I proved last season that I'm here to win this thing, and I'm going to do it again this season, guaranteed. You know, I don't know if it's because some of the artists that it would normally be touring, it wouldn't have time to audition for the Voice, had a chance to audition this season. Whatever the reason is, I would say the talent this season is better than ever. In fact, it made our decisions a little tougher as coaches in the blind auditions because the talent level was so incredible. The bar was set so high off from day one. It made us tough to make those calls. The coach chairs this season are 2 feet further apart than they normally would be, which I think that becomes 8 feet, which becomes 32 feet from Kelly, from my chair, which is about, I don't know, 100 feet not far enough. A virtual audience is what we had to work with this season, and it's basically a huge screen with a bunch of people watching from their phones or from their laptop, and you can see their little faces on the big screen, and there's I don't know, 100 or so people, and they're reacting, they're clapping, they're singing along, and it's pretty crazy that they're so interactive, and they're watching from all over the country. You know, I think after all these seasons, I'm excited when anything is different, and you know, as crappy as this COVID-19 situation is, it's forced us here at The Voice to kind of change things up in a way that I think brings the competition to a different level, especially when it comes to this the blind audition process, because we're able to hear the artists in a way that we've never heard before, and we're able to hear exactly what the insults are coming from the other coaches in a way that we've never heard them before. They're really cutting through.
Okay, so I am back on the set of The Voice. This is feels kind of like a miracle. I never really imagined being on the show ever, let alone right now in the middle of this crazy time where just to do anything feels like a blessing. So I'm so grateful to be here. It feels incredible to be here. It's different. It's definitely different. Everyone has all these rules and we're all being safe. And it's just actually a little bit more exciting than usual, even though I didn't think that was possible because it was already super exciting. But yeah, amazing. Thank you for having me. Okay, so this is the deal. Since we are being safe and we're not touching or kissing or hugging or licking, I got myself a t-shirt cannon to release my Team Gwen shirt to my team when they win or when they choose me. So I feel like I'm a pretty good shot. I mean, it was like a little bit temperamental, you know, so, but it turned out pretty good, and I think it was a really creative solution to an unfortunate, a very, very creative solution to an unfortunate situation where there is no touching. How am I doing in quarantine? I gotta tell you something. For Blake and I, having a pause was actually really wonderful. We got to be in Oklahoma as a family. We got to do things we never get to do, like try to make sourdough bread like everybody else in America. And just do so many fun things. Garden, tear down trees, plant tons of different things like gardens and everything you could imagine, everything we dreamed of doing, but we didn't think we were going to get to do it this soon. But also, I think after that, all of that happened, I got quite creative, and I'm in the middle of writing new music, which is just a shock to me because I realized that in my life, out of every single thing I've ever done, writing new music makes me feel the best and makes me feel the most alive, and it always kind of gets in sync to me being on The Voice, which is weird because I think it's just really inspiring to it's really inspiring to be here. I've said that before, but to be here and listen to all the music, see all the talent, just sparked something in me. So I started writing songs, and it's the greatest thing ever. And we're doing it on Zoom, which is not the greatest thing ever, but we're doing it. Like, songs are being created. They're coming down and through. So yes, this has kind of been, we're making the most out of this. I think that The Voice brings people together at any time, and it's proven to be the #1 show for the longest running time ever, and probably that has to do with Blake Shelton, but biggest fan. But I also just think that it's, you know, music brings people together, so The Voice is just an amazing show. I think that in this time, people being kind of like worried, scared, maybe some people are uninspired. I think that being able to sit down and watch a show that's so inspiring, it will bring inspiration to people. It will definitely bring joy. Music is the heartbeat of human beings. So I feel really blessed to be here and to be part of that and to be able to connect around America on the TV. What did I miss about Kelly Clarkson while I was in quarantine? You know what? Kelly and I actually texted a lot during that time, and she was writing a lot, and she actually sent me songs, and I got to hear some of her new record, and that was super inspiring. She is doing stuff that, like, I feel like whoever loves Kelly Clarkson like I do, they're gonna really like what she's doing right now. It's very real, it's very pure, it's just really good. So anyways, I missed her physically, but I actually felt like we kind of kept in contact. And John Legend, let me think about that. I feel like I don't really miss John when I'm away from him because I follow him on Instagram, and it is like I am actually living with him and Chrissy in their house with their children. And I am, like everybody else in America, so excited to hear about the new baby. And yeah, so it feels like I haven't really missed much because I get to see everything that happens in their house, luckily. I think what's so special about this one is it's sort of undone, you know, everybody's kind of having to help themselves, and I think that makes everybody just a little bit more grateful and a little bit more in the moment, and it's very intimate between us because there's not so many people here that you feel like you're being distracted or pulled all these different directions. You're sort of really in this, and I think that's going to be a special thing to watch on TV this season. I also believe that the contestants are maybe the reason there's so much talent is that a lot of people are kind of paused and they get to kind of, you know, follow the dream in the way they didn't get to because maybe they were working or they were in school. And I think that there's kind of a different kind of group of people this time because of the opportunity that we are all paused in the world right now.
I am so excited for season 19 of The Voice. It's going to be a little different. We're social distancing, but we're still in the studio. Our chairs are a little further apart. Our artists, we can't go up and hug them and kiss them after we invite them to our team, but we will find ways around it. We will make sure we shake their hand even in a socially distanced way. Who knows how creative our producers will be in making sure we shake their hands and greet them and welcome them to our team, and it won't be embarrassing at all. We won't have an audience, but the audience is watching us. They're watching from their homes. They're on their computer screens. They're cheering. They're supporting the artists as they sing. And we're gonna do as much as we can to make it feel like a normal season of The Voice. We're just taking some extra precautions to keep each other safe. I hadn't heard anyone else sing live music in so long. It was so nice to come to the Blind Auditions and be in the same room with someone else singing live. Our artists are really talented, they're hungry, they have a dream, and we're so excited to welcome them to season 19 of The Voice. We're so excited to have Gwen Stefani back. I know Blake is very excited and very happy to have Gwen back, but we all love Gwen. She's such a kind person. She has such a great spirit and a great energy, and I love having her back at The Voice. Blake Shelton had a long streak of not winning The Voice. He called himself the king of The Voice for a while, but I couldn't tell because he wasn't winning. But finally, season 18, he reclaimed his throne, and he is the current reigning king of The Voice. He won season 18. However, I think his reign will be short-lived. I know that Team Legend is going to be ready to take the crown back for season 19. We heard so many really talented artists during the Blind Auditions. I feel like maybe it's because everyone's been in quarantine. Everyone's been trying to find ways to express themselves musically, and The Voice is here for them. And so we got some of the best talent in the country to come audition for us, and I'm excited for you all to hear them. Every coach had their way of getting around our health regulations, making sure that we could still engage with our artists as we stayed socially distanced. The idea the producers came up with for me, I wouldn't say it's my first choice for how I would greet people. I wouldn't say it's my second choice. I would not say it's my third choice. I would not say it's my 1,000th choice for greeting people. But it is what it is. We're greeting them how we can greet them, no matter how creepy it is. This season is so exciting. We have an incredible set of artists. We have an awesome set of coaches with great chemistry and great love for each other, but also the willingness to cut each other down in the spirit of competition. Anyway, I'm excited about season 19. It's going to be magical, and I can't wait for you to see it.
So this season of The Voice is obviously different than any other season that I've experienced, or probably anyone. We're 8 feet apart, our chairs, we can't be near each other. We have to wear masks usually when we're not, or not usually, we have to wear masks when we're not working and on camera. The blinds were a little odd just because obviously we can't, like, I'm a hugger and you can't be like, yeah, you're on Team Kelly, and then you just like, you know, high five in the air with them. But it's also been kind of funny as well, and it's good that we're all staying safe, but still able to, you know, a lot of people are still able to work, which a lot of jobs have been lost in this pandemic, so that's awesome. But the producers have done a really fantastic job of like figuring out how to still make this work and still be entertaining for people at home that really need the distraction. So every coach has their own little thing that they do when, you know, somebody becomes Team Kelly or Team Gwen, Team John, Team Blake. And mine has always been the Team Kelly jackets. But this year, because I not only care about you as a person, but I care about your health, I got Team Kelly masks. So they're really cute. They're purple with gold bedazzles. And even the boys I'm going to make wear at least in one picture. What I've heard from family, friends, and strangers, even how we ended the last season of The Voice and how we kept going through the pandemic, I think it was really good that we kept doing something normal for people. Like, you know, so many people's normal is gone and or put on hold or whatever, and it was kind of really good. That was the feedback that was awesome, that they were like, at least we had, like, you know, that in our lives and other, you know, a few other things that were like already kind of normal and constant for us and didn't go away. And so it was really cool that the producers fought hard to really make that happen. And then also this season, it's really cool that we're able to adhere to all the guidelines, because obviously no one here wants to be sick, so we're all adhering to that. But at the same time, we're able to still work and have fun and be entertaining, because that's what this industry is about. I think what was cool, I don't know if it was Gwen who first pointed it out, but, like, you know, we all, or John, I can't remember which one, but they pointed out that we haven't really been able to listen to live music in person in, well, forever. So it was really cool. The blinds, I felt like we were having our own private concert, like every time these people come out, and it was like, I know it sounds so silly, but I think we take for granted, like, live music. We take for granted feeling it, not just hearing it and being a part of it. So that was really, really special. I think it stuck out more this season than it has any other season, because we knew to really appreciate it. All right, so I really love females. So I'm really excited that Gwen is back this season. It's fun hanging with the boys, but I like femininity. I like the spirit of it. I like having more of it around. So it's been really cool, like, to have another female this season, and just to be able to play off that, you know, just kind of feminine vibe. The talent this season actually is pretty incredible. We all kind of were like, we all at one point got in trouble, well, except maybe John, but no, it was me this season. It was me this season. Usually I turn every time, but for some reason this season I didn't turn as fast as I was, but everybody was really good. But I think because there's no audience, there's nothing going on. You can hear a pin drop. So, you know, you can really hear when people go off key. You can really hear nerves. You can really hear, everything is like heightened. So the blinds were, you know, extraordinarily harder for, I think, the singers, because anything we noticed. And so, you know, I will say though, overall, like, we all were kind of talking about how incredible this season was. There are so many talented people. We were like, I don't know if people are just like, maybe they're out of work because of the pandemic, and they were like, man, I now have time to do it. Like, I don't know where they all came from, but they've been at home practicing, because what else is there to do? But it's been a really, really great crop of singers. The virtual audience, I mean, it's interesting because I actually love the fact that people are in their homes and we're able to, you know, they're able to be like in their comfortable, you know, you see them all eating, their dogs are on their laps, their kids are running in and out of the room. It's like kind of like the talk show where I'm interviewing people, like, you never know what's going to happen. So that's kind of fun and interesting. But at the same time, it is different as far as the energy, obviously. You know, usually you have people in the room like cheering and dancing and screaming, and they're excited. And I'm kind of half and half on that. Like, I love the fact that there is no audience in a sense right there, because you're not distracted and you can really hear everything. But at the same time, that energy is gone, which is, you know, that's missed. I mean, season 19, I know, you know, we probably say, oh, we have something different this season. Well, we really, really have something different this season. I mean, we've never done the blinds like this. It's just been everyone trying to figure it out, in everyone's vocation, like whatever you do in life, we're all just trying to figure out what the new normal is. And it's definitely a different show in that sense. But I think what's important is that this show is called The Voice, and really it all comes down to hearing a voice that it moves you, and so many people are moved by. You know, they've got such a talent that so many people gravitate towards it, and that's the thing, like, that doesn't change. That's the cool thing about this show, is it's a mic and a voice, like, so you can do that anywhere. So it is really cool that we've been able to get back on stage though, in this form. And yeah, it's cool that I'm 24 feet away from Shelton. That's a lot of distance. We're hanging out outside today because we are actually shooting here on the lot at Universal. We're shooting our opening thing for the Coaches song. So, and all our promo, everything we're going to be doing today will be shot on this lot. So this is really rad to have in your backyard of your job to be able to shoot in. So.
Where is the buzz?
Where is the buzz? You said
We used to be a
was
singer.
mine, oh mine.